Hello friends, happy Monday. I'm sorry it's been a little while. I was just going through some of the footage from the last few things I've done, and it's just not good enough for me, so I didn't post it. That's where we are. I was like, I am not high energy enough, I am not crazy about this enough, and things just were getting repetitive. Here I am. Not that things are gonna get less repetitive, but I'm back. It is currently raining. It has been raining and thunderstorming since last night, which is, fun for me. Sorry. We're hot. I'm trying to not angle you to where you can see heaven's gates have opened up. So it has been rainy and it's been nice because I like the rain and I like when it is chilly enough outside that I can open my windows. Makes me happy. I'm excited. It means we're getting closer to fall and I could not be happier. But I have reading updates for you. So since we've talked last, I have finished several books. I'm trying to think. I have finished Gothicana, which was really, really good. I was surprised it was as good as it was. It's up on the shelf of, pretty books, and I have finished it. It was very much a dark romance. It was very dark academia, but there was more to it than just the romance, which I think is what I loved the most, is because a lot of the dark romances you read are just smut. And as much as I sometimes enjoy smut, that's not all I want out of my book, which is why I liked Butcher and Blackbird, which is why I liked Leather and Lark, and why I liked Gothicana, is because there's a story there, which makes me really happy. So yes, I believe I gave it 4 stars, if not 5 stars, 4.5 stars, 5 stars, somewhere in there, right? And then I finished Nettle and Bone, which I gave 4 stars. It was a good book. It was good female rage. It is by T. Kingfisher, and it is about a girl who is on a mission to save her sister from a prince that is abusive, and along the way she meets some friends, sees some characters, creates a dog made out of bone. It's all very good. It was all very good. It was nice. Probably one of the best T. Kingfisher books I've read. I had a good time with it. I am about 20 to 30% into Pet Cemetery. I'm listening to that on audio, and it is creepy. I can get why Stephen King says it's his creepiest book and why it was his scariest to write, because it's getting there. Like, things have happened, and I remember I saw the old movie, ages and ages and ages ago, and now I've seen the new movie, but I can't remember the new movie enough to remember what's going on in the book, because if I remember correctly, the newer updated movie is closer to what the book is. So I'm gonna finish the book and then I'm gonna watch the new movie, and we're gonna try to remember what I need to remember. So yeah, if you don't know what Pet Cemetery is, it is written by Stephen King. It is a horror. It's weird. And so right now where I'm at, this family has moved into this house. They live on a very busy road, like a main highway road almost, and lots of animals have died on that road. And up a hill and behind their house kind of is this pet cemetery. And so, yeah. And the guy, Lewis, is like whose perspective you're reading the book from. He is a doctor who is now like head of the basically hospital on this college campus. He's got a wife and 2 kids and a cat, and he's really close friends with the neighbors across the street. And so far, weird things have happened, but nothing to the point where it's like, he is seeing a dead kid because his first day as the administrator to the infirmary, he had a kid hit by a car and died, and now the kid is like talking to him, saying weird things, telling him to stay out of the pet cemetery. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. So there's that. Not even halfway through that one yet. It's a big boy. It's a big boy. It's like a 15-hour book, and I don't have 15 hours to just sit and listen. Also, I finished Somewhere Beyond the Sea, which I loved. I love TJ Klune. I love his passion. I love his writing. I love the worlds he creates. And I am a huge fan of Arthur Parnassus and Louis Baker and the world that they have created inside of this house. And I love how they always fight for the kids' rights and always fight for what they don't expect the magical children to change for the world. They want the world to change for the magical children. And I feel that in my core because I don't need my trans son to change. I don't need him to. He is perfect the way he is. I need the world to change their view on trans youth. That's what a lot of this book was about. And not necessarily because there's a trans person in the book, but it is fighting for magical rights, fighting the government for the magical people of the world to have rights. And it rang home so true to me. And it helped that I had seen him talk before I read it. Because, I mean, he basically says that this book is for the trans community, and it is because they're trying to strip away everything a trans person is and trying to say that trans people aren't people, or it's not a thing, or it's because of how their parents raised them. And it's like, you're missing the whole point. And not to mention, okay, I'm gonna get off my soapbox before I say something I shouldn't say. Anyway, I gave it 5 stars. It was really good. Now, what else have I read? I've had a very busy reading time. I think that's it that you know about. And I did just finish, literally just finished before I popped on here, Incidents Around the House by Josh Malerman. So he wrote Bird Box, and he has lots of other books. This dude has written a ton. Well, not a ton, but he's written a lot of books. And this one was creepy. I gave it 4 stars. You are living this experience through the eyes of an 8-year-old. So this book is written as if an 8-year-old wrote it. So there's no like quotes, and sometimes the sentences just run together, and sometimes things don't really make sense, but that's because it's an 8-year-old. And you're seeing this terrifying thing happen to her through her eyes. And how you can see how a kid's innocence and the belief that the world is not always a bad place plays into this book a lot. And she has this entity that she sees, and she calls it Other Mommy. And it is for sure an entity. And it is for sure not nice. But she sees it as her friend. And so she's trying to, once her family figures out what's going on, she's trying to reconcile the thoughts that this person is, this person is trying to harm me, but is also my friend. So she's trying to reconcile that in her brain. And lots of crazy things happen. It is spooky. It is repetitive at times in the middle. And the ending was intense, but also kind of predictable. But intense enough to make me like it. You know what I mean? But I did enjoy it. Like I said, it was 4 stars. If you like horror books, I recommend it. This is the first one I've read, at least recently, outside of Grady Hendrix novels that have like an entity as the horror, you know? And this is actually, there is something in the house. There is something causing havoc. There is this thing that is tearing this family apart. And you get that in horror books, but not as often as I would like, because when I think of horror, I think of things like this. So, it would make a great movie. I should become a screenwriter. That's what I should do in my spare time. Anyway, so there is that. I do not know what I'm going to read next. I have so many books that I need to read and so many books that I want to read. And one of them that is calling my name has been calling my name for about a couple weeks now, because a bunch of my friends have read it and enjoyed it and think I need to read it. And it is another dark romantic fantasy. So romantasy. But I don't know if I want to pick that up or if I want to pick up something shorter and a little bit more uplifting after that, because that was dark and devious. I do know one thing we're going to do today though. We are going to make pumpkin muffins. So I use spice cake and canned pumpkin, and that's it. And I throw it into a muffin tin, and it's a delicious. Or I could make bread. I could make it into a bread. And I figured out how to make my own cream cheese frosting, and I might do that and like drizzle it on top. That sounds delicious. I think we're gonna do that while I try to figure out what I'm gonna read. Because I know if I asked my friends, I know exactly the response they would give me. And I don't know if I want to dive into that yet. Or do I want to do something simple, like The Tainted Cup? But The Tainted Cup is also a murder mystery. Or House of Salt and Sorrows, which is also kind of a murder mystery. Or The Spell Shop, because I need to read that for a readathon. Or The Map of the Other Lands, Emily Wilde's Map of the Other Lands, because I need to read that for a readathon. Or should I just buckle down and read When the Moon Hatched? Or do I read Phantasma? Decisions. Oh, I did want to show you. So my lovely husband, when he goes places, he'll look through the books, because even though he's not an avid reader or a huge reader, he looks for books for me. And he knows how I feel about pretty books. Like, he knows I like pretty books. As you can see, I got my hair did. I'm so excited. Sorry, that was a side quest. So he was at Target the other day and he bought me a book. He said, "Do you trust me to buy you another pretty book?" Because he bought me Gothicana. And I really enjoyed Gothicana. And so I'm like, yeah, sure, just hopefully I don't already have it. And if I have it, just keep the receipt. Let me show you what he got. I've heard mixed reviews. One of the booktubers I like a lot read it and hated it. She read The Ark and hated it and does not recommend it. But I'm also, I don't like to base what I'm going to read off booktubers, you know. I like their stuff, I like my stuff, but sometimes I disagree with them. So I'm gonna give it a shot. But he bought The Games God's Play by Abigail Owen. So this is the book he bought. And it's got sprayed edges. And it's got really nice end papers. So, and it's like, so yeah, it's really pretty. I'm really excited to eventually read it. I don't know when that will be, but I will read it. Basically, it's like the Olympians they host a tournament every year, I guess. They are fighting to figure out who gets on the new ruler of Olympus. That's what they fight for. But they don't fight their own battles. They have humans fight it for them. And so Hades picks this female, this human female, whose name is... Shoot, she's written a lot of books too. That's an interesting intro to the book. Do you see it? Well, F the gods, why don't you? Anyway, she is a cursed office clerk for the Order of Thieves. So she ends up tangling with Hades, and then he has entered the Crucible, which is the big battle where they choose who is going to rule Olympus, sit on the throne of Olympus, and he picks her to be his champion in this battle of life and death, because the goal is to come out alive. Which is why the gods don't play it, I assume, because, you know, they don't want to die, right? Can they die? I love a good Olympian story. I like the gods of Olympus. I like Greek literature. I like Greek stories. I have been to the Acropolis. I've gone to Athens, and I have walked the steps of the gods, as you can say. It's really an experience. And then to be there and hear about them, it was good. But this is set in like the modern day, and the gods walk with humans. Because it says, in the games gods play, the Greek gods walk among us, and they're unspeakably beautiful as they are deadly. And I'm believing she falls in love with Hades. Yeah. He thinks that she's in love with Hades. Anyway, so I will eventually get to that. It is also a chunker, but it's like, it's 509 pages. That's not terrible. And then this is the book that everybody wants me to read. I've already shown you this book because I said she's beautiful, she's stunning, she's gorgeous. She's my book of the month. So yeah, and this is like less than 500 pages, barely less, 492 pages. And it's only book one. Tis apparently going to be a series. So I don't know what to do. So I think what I'm gonna do for now is it's lunchtime. So I I should probably make lunch and get the bread in the oven because the bread's gonna take a while. So we're gonna go do that, you and I. And then maybe when I come back, I'll know what I want to read. And maybe when I come back, I'll have emails and phone calls to make because today has been very quiet for a Monday at the office. Just throwing that out there. Hey, hi, hello. Oh, ow. Okay. I have decided, after doing some finagling on the readathon side, I have decided that I'm gonna start Phantasma. I'm kind of in the mood for it. I'm in the mood for a dark romance. I'm in the mood for a little fantasy. I'm in the mood for some intrigue. So we're gonna dive into this bad boy. And like I said, I did some finagling on the readathon end, so I made it fit. So there we go. Sure, something else got bumped, but whatever. Bring me some dark romance. So I'm gonna get started on this while I do some work. I'm gonna turn on a ambiance room and then we'll just kind of go from there. So I'll check in with you in a bit. Let's try this again. Okay, hello friends and happy Tuesday. So I guess I have a couple of updates for you, nothing major. I started Phantasma yesterday and I'm really enjoying it. I'm about 150 pages in on chapter 18 and I am having a good time. It's got a lot of ghosts and ghouls, and they talk about vampires and phantoms and devils and all of that kind of stuff. But what I'm doing as I'm reading this is I'm starting to feel a little bit like I'm reading Caraval by Stephanie Garber. And the reason I say that is because Caraval is also a competition type story where at the end you get a big prize. Phantasma takes place in a mansion, and there's 9 levels, literally representing the 9 levels of hell, and a devil runs each level. Now, Caraval doesn't have all that, but it does have a competition. It also has 2 sisters. It has Scarlet and Donatella. Okay, so it has Scarlet and Donatella. And in this case, that we have Genevieve and Ophelia. And so let me talk to you a little bit about Phantasma. So this book starts, and Ophelia is a necromancer. Her mother has died, and she has gotten all of her mother's powers. And so she can see entities, she can see ghosts, they look like apparitions, right? And she's learning how to function with her new powers. Genevieve is her little sister, has absolutely no interest in the occult and necromancy, any of it, and is really glad that Ophelia got the gifts instead of her. Genevieve is also of the mindset that Ophelia doesn't need to be tied down by her necromancy powers, by the expectations of their mother, things of that nature, and she wants to travel the world with Ophelia. So they're at odds a little bit there. And Ophelia is kind of still trying to figure out her place and what's going on with her magic and all of that, while Genevieve is, obviously the girl that is involved in all the social circles, socialite, the high society, that kind of stuff. And so they hear about, they find out that their mom left a debt. And so they have to figure out, they have 30 days to pay off this debt, which was a shock to them because they don't remember their mother ever having something like that. Well, Ophelia doesn't. Anyway, so Phantasma is a competition that is run by literally the devil, okay? And when you enter in, you give up your greatest fear. So someone goes into your brain and takes out your greatest fear. And somehow that will be used as you go through the levels of the competition. And there's 9 levels. The 9 levels of hell. So what ends up happening is Genevieve thinks that she needs to take a little bit of responsibility. And so she's like, I'm gonna go. She doesn't tell her sister where she's going, but she leaves a note. And her sister assumes that Genevieve has entered Phantasma. And so Ophelia goes and enters herself. And so now she's in this competition. She has a team that she's with first, but it's everybody for themselves. And at each level, a devil hosts the level. So there's lots of devils wanting to make deals, wanting you to backstab, all of that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of shady stuff going on. There's also a lot of dark stuff going on. You've got necromancers, you've got ghouls, you've got ghosts, you've got phantoms, you've got devils, you've got vampires mentioned, you've got all of the evil baddies up in this one book, okay? Now, Ophelia has met Blackwell. Blackwell is a phantom, we think. I'm a little suspicious of Blackwell. There's a part of me that's like, you're probably not who you say you are. But I haven't gotten there, here or there yet, but I am suspicious of Blackwell. But then again, I do find myself suspicious of every male main character in a dark romance. Specifically a fantasy dark romance. And I'm gonna figure out if I'm rightly suspicious or not. We have now she's made it through the first level. I think I'm just about on the second level. She's about to do the second level. So I'm on night 3 of Phantasma. And so each time there's something going on, it says, the chapters say, like, level 2, and then it'll say night 4, and then it'll say level 3. So you get the picture. So that's what's going on here. So Ophelia is in the game specifically looking for her sister, and she has to make it through level 7 to level 7 in order to actually be able to interact with other people other than the people that she is hanging out with in her team and her group. So everybody's like in different groups, And so she has to get to level 7 in order to actually intermingle with other groups. So the reason I feel like this is reminding me a lot of Caraval is, yes, Caraval is I do believe a YA series. There is not smut in it. I am anticipating lots of smut in this book. I have been told to anticipate lots of smut. So I'm on my way to the smutty. There isn't any of that in Caraval, but it's the same kind of situation. There are 2 sisters, no magic, but 2 sisters. Donatella is the older, Scarlet is the younger, and Donatella goes to Caraval because at the end of Caraval, you get a wish granted. At the end of Phantasma, you get a wish granted. And so the hope for this is that when her wish gets granted, they will make the debt go away. So Donatella drops everything and goes into Caraval. And so Scarlet then proceeds to drop everything and go into Caraval on the search for her sister. In Caraval, Scarlet meets a man whose name is escaping me right now. You'll have to forgive me for that. He helps her through the game of Caraval, through the challenges, through all of it. And then there's this big reveal at the end. I imagine there will be a big reveal at the end. So it's giving me Caraval vibes, plus darker, spookier, scary stuff. A little more horror in this, let me tell you, and smut. But it does give me Caraval vibes, and I'm okay with that because I loved the Caraval series. I loved the world building in Caraval. I loved the cozy feels that sometimes came with Caraval. I loved like the characters and their dynamics and their depth and all of that, and I'm enjoying this for kind of the same reasons. If you liked Caraval, but you want an adulter, smuttier, darker version, let's battle with some literal devils, shall we? But like I said, I'm enjoying it. I'm having a really good time. So there is that, and it's the only thing I'm reading right now. I'm still listening to Pet Sematary, and I've made it to about 30% or so. I think when I take Cadence to her soccer practice later, I'm gonna just listen to Pet Sematary and play on my phone, which, speaking of, I should probably charge my phone if I'm gonna do that. But I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna listen to Pet Sematary, play some games on my phone, and then hopefully that will get me farther into Pet Sematary, which is also creeping me out a little bit. Just a little bit. Because in Pet Sematary, Church just died, and Church is the cat. And the neighbor took Lewis to the other side of the Pet Sematary, to what I assume is the more cursed side of the Pet Sematary, and I assume that is why we'll be seeing Church again. I'm sorry if you have never seen the movie, never read the book, but at this point it came out so long ago, I don't care if I spoil it for you. I assume that's why we will be seeing Church again. Any which way, also, I bought for my bookshelves over here, I wanted to do like fairy lights, but fairy lights, I just can't because I don't have the patience for fairy lights. I thought I did, but I don't. I went ahead and I bought some fall foliage to hang to get rid of, and I'll take down the cherry blossoms until spring, because I think once I put the fall ones up there, I'll leave the fall ones up there until I can get maybe like some Christmassy garland to put on there. But instead of fairy lights, it is getting darker and darker, you guys. Like, it's been a rainy couple days. Not that I'm complaining, like I like having my windows open, I like it being cool, but man, I could use a little sunshine too. And as you can see, I just got out of the shower because I did 40 minutes on my bike this morning and I was a sweaty mess. So that's your girl. She just doesn't, she's doing her thing. Anyway, so I bought these little like touch lights that you can change the color on. So it comes with a remote, but they all take AAA batteries. So I have to get a shit ton of AAA batteries to put in here. But what I'm thinking about doing is they come with little sticky sticks, right? And I think I'm just gonna stick them up and like towards the back of all the shelves. I have 6 of them and I have six shelves, but I feel like that'll give it a little light, that'll give it a little spotlight. That might be good. I'm hoping it's good. If it's not, I'll take them down and I'm sure I can use these somewhere else. We have very dark closets in our house that I could use some lights in, so that's certainly an option. So there's that. I don't have my leaves yet. I do have the command hooks to hang my leaves, but I don't have my leaves yet. My leaves are coming tomorrow, of course. So I'm gonna stick these up even though I do believe hubby is coming home with batteries for me that he's gonna pick up from the store. But I'm gonna put the stickies on here. I'm gonna try to get the placement right on them. And I have to keep them separated because it came with 2 remotes and there's 3 and 3. So I assume these 3 go with that remote and those 3 go with the other remote. So I have to kind of keep them separated. So I'm thinking these 3 on that shelf and then the other 3 on this one right here. So I guess I'll go take care of that real quick, and then I'm going to send some emails. It's been a day. I've been working hard all day, but I'm working hard all day because I'm taking Thursday and Friday off. Thursday for a not so great thing, and then Friday because Charlie has the day off and has some friends coming over and staying the night to celebrate his birthday. They will be taking over my living room for the, night on Friday night into Saturday. So Justin and I will probably be hiding here, and then my aunt may or may not be babysitting Canes for the night. I don't remember, but I'm supposed to take them to the mall, and it's 3 teenagers at the mall. As long as they have their phones on them, I'll let them wander around by themselves. And then I'm taking them to a mall that has a Barnes & Noble in it. Yes, I did that on purpose. So I'm hoping to get the Kingdom of the Wicked series because there's 3 of those books, and Barnes & Noble just released the special edition ones, the Barnes & Noble edition ones, and they're so pretty. If I think about it, I'll put an image up, because I know last time I said I'd put an image up, I didn't in a vlog a couple weeks ago. But this time, if I think about it, I'll actually put an image up. They're so pretty. And I also think I want to get The 13th Child by Erin Craig. But for now, I'm going to go put these babies up. I do have some AAA batteries I can probably steal. Ooh, just for now. Just for now, friends. Just for now. Thievery is frowned upon in these areas. That's 2. Do I have a 3rd one? I do have a 3rd one. Just so I can see what it looks like. You know what I mean? I just want to see. It's about to be loud. Oh no! Why did I do that before? Uh-oh.
One robot is 100% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes.
Hello. Sorry. I took the battery out of the remote for the TV, and it turned the TV on and started playing an ad, and I already had the battery out of it, so it just got to keep going. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna test this bad boy out. We're gonna put batteries in here. That's the 1. That's a 2, and that's a 3, and then we're gonna do that, and then whoa, that boy is bright. Okay, so then, do I have to put batteries in you too? God, I hope not. Ooh. We could do orange for fall. So it has all kinds of different colors, and it can rotate through the colors. Ooh. All right, I like it. Now we just gotta go put it up and see what it looks like. So, shall we? Come with me, friends. Come with me. Okay, we're gonna put that one up and see what it looks like, but let me turn it on first and figure out where to put it. I got green on. Oh no, it's doing different colors. Okay. So, ooh, I like that. I wonder if I shouldn't get 6 more and do 1 here and 1 here. Should I just do that? I don't know, my friends. I don't know. I don't know. Probably closer to the front. Here. Tell me what you think. Yeah, because the further back I put it, it's just gonna... Yeah, I think I like that. Do we like that? All I can do is put it up and see what it looks like. Ooh. I think I like that. And then at Christmas? Yeah, I do like that. I do. I'm happy now. Yes. Now I'm gonna put the other ones in before I get the batteries. Just because that's what I'm gonna do. This sticky stuff is a nightmare to get off. Yes, Reese's, I said nightmare. It is a nightmare. Thank you to the power of editing who let me just cut out my fighting with these stupid sticky things. All right, so now that that task is partly completed, and if I like this enough, I may have to figure out a way to do that to this bookshelf too. The only thing is I would need a light for the ceiling that would come down on the top shelf, because obviously that shelf doesn't have like a top that would put the light on. So, but we'll see. We'll see. I want to make sure this works out for me first. I'm so sorry you guys keep moving. So here we are. Here I am. Life is good. Now, I am going to get back to what I was doing for work, and then I'm hopefully going to be able to read a little bit before anything else happens today, and we will go from there. So, I'll check in with you guys later. Goodbye. Hey y'all, happy Wednesday. So I can't really give you much of an update right now because I'm about to head out the door to pick up Cadence, but I wanted to show you, I just got the leaves in from Amazon for my bookshelf, but the lights are in and I wanted to share with you. So what do we think? So I got orange on there for now, because, you know, fall, but I can do red, and I can do green. I can make it do some smooth transitions between colors, and it's just one remote. I thought I had to use both. I'm excited. We have lots of color options. So you got like your bright white. Let me zoom in on this one since it's the one that's working for me right now. Got that red, green, blue, orange, teal, purple, yellowish, blue. See, so many color options. I'm so excited. But we're gonna stick with orange because it's fall, y'all. Oh, well, I'll deal with that later. So I'm pretty stoked by those. I'm pretty excited. I am still zoomed in. Y'all are too close to my face. Back up. Oh, that's the wrong way. Back up, y'all. Back up. So I am getting ready to go get Miss Cadence. I might talk to you guys while I'm in the car, just to kind of give you an update. I'm still reading Phantasma, still reading Pet Sematary, but I am like 65+% into Pet Sematary because I was listening to it at work today, and I have some thoughts. So I'm gonna go get in the car, and then I'm gonna go get parked, and then you and I can have a chat. Yay! All right, hi friends. So I'm now at Cadence's school and they're all coming out, so I don't have a lot of time to update, but I am 71% into Pet Sematary, and I'm at the point now where, again, if you haven't read it, haven't seen the movie, and you don't want spoilers, put your fingers in your ears, where Gage has died and Lewis is sending his family, the rest of his family, his daughter and his wife, back to Chicago with his wife's parents so that he can basically resurrect Gabe, much like he did with Church the cat. So there's that, and I don't like this part. This part is hard to listen to. It is hard to picture, like the pain of feeling, and Stephen King is so descriptive. Like, it's disgusting almost, because if you know the book and the movie, you know that Gabe got hit by a truck, and a very fast truck, over the speed limit truck. And so that truck, it didn't do great things to Gabe's body. So, but it's described by Stephen King, and I'm regretting it. All right. So there's that. That's where I'm at in that. Tonight I'm going to get some Mexican food with a couple friends of mine. We're gonna have some margaritas. We're gonna chat. It's been a long, rough week. I'm off tomorrow and Friday, which is going to be nice. Friday. Tomorrow's gonna be a little sad, but I'm gonna be at a funeral tomorrow, and then Friday I will hang out with my teenager and his friends, and then have pizza and all that kind of fun stuff. So, and by the way, the box that I got was not my leaves. It was a keyboard I had ordered. So I have a new keyboard that is at home charging that I can't wait to show you, but not my leaves yet. They should be here today, hopefully, and I can do that part of my decorating. We'll see how it goes. But for now, I'm going to get up off here. I'm going to continue listening to Pet Sematary because I only have like a little less than, I have 4.5 hours left, and I'm hoping that I can get through it relatively soon. I don't know if I'll do it tonight. I want to get through this book. It's making me upset, so I want to get through this book. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. All right, bye.
Your love is what I need.
Hey friends, how's it going? Happy Thursday. So, this morning was rough. Went to a friend's father's funeral, and I'm home now, and I'm still off for the rest of the day. So I think what I'm gonna do is give myself a little comfort. I am 88% into Pet Sematary, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish that today. I'm gonna listen to it, and then, because I really want to get it done. And it's not because it's bad. It's really well written. It's really creepy. I mean, it's Stephen King, so you know what to expect. It's just one of those, this is creepy and freaking me out and I want it to be over kind of situations. So that's what I'm gonna do. But while I'm doing that, I think I'm gonna rearrange my shelves a little. I need to go through and figure out what books I want to keep, what books I want to unhaul. I've got a stack of unhaul books down there, but I need to add to it, I think. Ones I've read maybe didn't really like, or ones I've read and I know I'm not going to read again, you know, that kind of thing. Or ones that I might replace, because I have the hardback of Butcher and Blackbird and then the paperback of Leather and Lark, and I think I want the paperback of Leather and Lark. So, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Any which way, I finished the shelves and I got the leaves put up, so I figured I'll show you that too, and then you can hang out while I work on my shelves. So here you go. I'm gonna show you. All decked out for fall. This is Chauncey. If you've read if you've read House in the Cerulean Sea or Somewhere Under the Sea, you know who he is. So he's one of the characters from those books. So I am going to go ahead and prop you up so you can see what I'm doing, and I'm gonna listen to Pet Sematary, and I'm gonna rearrange my shelves. It is gonna be a very low-key day. I'm very tired, so it's gonna be a low-key day. Friends. Sorry about the sound of the fan in the background. The house is opened up. so we have to have air circulating. And it keeps it nice and cool. So, bit of an update. I finished Pet Sematary, and that was extremely creepy. I gave it 4 stars. I get why Stephen King says that it's his scariest novel. It was good. I don't know. I guess it's been so long since I've seen the movie that I kind of forgot how the ending played out. And so I thought Gage was around a whole lot longer than he actually was. And because in the book, he's like in the last 3 or 4 chapters when his dad brings him back. And he does a lot of bad things in those chapters, guys. A lot of bad things. He's a very bad little boy. Like I said, 4 stars, very good. Now I need to watch the movie, but I'm watching it with hopefully a couple different Discord friends, so we'll see how it goes. Also, I am now just about exactly, whoop, nope, I'm a little over. Oh no, I lost my spot. 50% into Phantasma, and I'm having a great time. This book is, I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't this. I think I was just expecting like a fun, smutty time, but there's like so much more to this story. And I don't mind smutty books. I don't. I don't. But when it comes to smutty books, like, I want to have some kind of story. I need to be invested. I need to feel something for these characters. And I do. I adore Ophelia. She is strong-willed. She is smart. She's sarcastic. She's funny. But the other thing that I actually admire about Ophelia as a character is she has OCD. And Kaylee Smith, who wrote this book, is for sure showing a great angle to what OCD is like and like what having OCD is like, and also just having anxiety and brain goblins, because she has a shadow voice, and the shadow voice tells her to do bad things sometimes, and tells her that if she doesn't knock 3 times on this wall, she's, her family's gonna die. If she doesn't get home in 5 minutes, her house is gonna explode. And so then she feels compelled, and she feels the compulsion to get it done and to do what she needs to do, what the voice is telling her. So I like how Kaylee is depicting it in this book. I would really enjoy Blackwell. I think he's the love interest, he's the phantom in this book, who is helping her out during all of her trials. Of course, they had to make a deal, but he's still helping her. And so he is protective, and he thinks the world of Ophelia. At least it seems that way. Like I said, I have a hard time trusting demons, ghosts, vampires, anything in these kinds of books, just because I feel like, there's gonna be another shoe drop. Like, he can't be this wonderful, right? Right? So I'm having a darn tootin' good time. She is about to be on level 4, I think. Yeah, night 5, so level 4 of Phantasma. And so she's gone through a lot so far. I will tell you that. She's gone through a lot. She has dealt with lust and greed, and I forget what the first one. And then level 1 was limbo, and it was a maze that she had to get out of. So level 1 was limbo, level 2 was lust, and why do you need to see my wall? And level 3 was greed. So now we're gonna go to level 4. I'm having a good time. This is fun. This is a good one. It's really well written too, which makes me really happy. So I'm excited about that. So I'm gonna get back to reading. Justin's gonna be home soon. He had to work late tonight because he went to Charlie's parent-teacher conferences for me, because I had to go to the funeral. So he'll be home soon. He's bringing me cookies. And then tomorrow I'm taking some teenagers to the mall, which means I get to go to Barnes & Noble. So I may take my laptop and edit this vlog up until this point, or whatever I have tomorrow, B-roll wise, at Barnes & Noble. I wish I could get this on audio, but I can't find it anywhere on audio, and I don't want to buy it on Audible. But I do have House of Salt and Sorrows on audio that I could probably listen to while I'm doing some editing, or listen to while I'm walking around Barnes & Noble. That'll be fun, and you get to go with me. So I'm gonna keep reading, and then I will catch up with you probably tomorrow. So night-night, my friends. Hey friends, welcome back. Happy Saturday. The ring light is at it again because it's very dark today. Dark and grimy day. I have a bit of an update for you. I have finished Phantasma. I gave this baby 5 stars. It's a really great story, and I think it's really great for fall because there's, like I said, there's vampires, there's ghouls, there's ghosts, there's demons, there's a trial, there's a competition, there's a love story in here as well. And there is smut, but if you're not a big smut person, you know, you can skip it. You know, they don't talk during it. Nothing important happens during it, but it is still really good. I really enjoyed it, and there's going to be another one. There's a sequel, so. But it's from the sister's perspective, if what I was reading was correct. So, I really enjoyed this book. It is really well written. It's beautifully written. It's captivating. There's lots of death, just so you know, just an FYI. It's just, some of it's kind of gory, but it's still really, really good. I really enjoyed it, and I'm really glad I read it. So, 5 stars. 5 stars for that one. Yesterday, went to the bookstore and I bought 6 books. I showed them in the B-roll. I hope I did. Anyway, hopefully future me remember to do that. So I bought the Kingdom of the Wicked series, all 3. So Kingdom of the Wicked, Kingdom of the Cursed, and Kingdom of the Feared. I bought the second book in the The Savage Song duology, which is Our Dark Duet, which is by V.E. Schwab, which I've read the first one. I still need to read the second one. I bought The 13th Child by Aaron Craig, and then I bought Grimstone by Sophia Lark. I've never read a Sophia Lark book before. I hear she's a really great romance writer. This one seemed very dark, kind of not necessarily academia, but dark in a way that I enjoy, and it has like romance, I'm sure. So I think it's like a friends or enemies to lovers type. We have brought out someone's car alarm's going off. Anyway, we have brought out the spooky mugs, so it means it's fall for me. I'm wearing my serial killer shirt. It's the boys of fall. I'm a happy camper, guys. I'm a happy camper. That's really the only updates I have for you right now. I'm gonna start Kingdom of the Wicked. I've also started listening to House of Salt and Sorrows. I think that's it. I think that's where we're at right now. I haven't finished any other books. I haven't just recently Pet Sematary and Phantasma. Tonight, Justin and I are going to a trivia night. I'm going to be home today working on laundry and reading. He is at a Civil War reenactment, so that's fun for him. He's a big history guy, so he's having a good time with his uncle. I'm going to put on some ambiance. I'm going to do some productivity sprints. I'm going to do laundry today, and I'm going to drink my coffee, and I'm going to read Kingdom of the Wicked or listen to House of Salt and Sorrows. Haven't quite decided yet, but I'll let you know. I'll check in later. Side quest. We're gonna make pumpkin banana chocolate chip bread. We'll see how it goes. Hey friends! Don't really have any last little updates for you, but this is your outro. I started Kingdom of the Wicked and I made it about 128 pages in, so I'm on chapter 18. It's very good. I'm having a good time with it, not to mention it's pretty. It's the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition, so it's shiny and it's got those sprayed edges, and I'm a sucker for a sprayed edge. I've said that before, I'll say it again. So that's really the only update I have for you. The banana pumpkin chocolate chip bread was actually quite delightful. It turned out really nice. Trivia was a lot of fun. We lost, but it was fun. We didn't lose completely, but we didn't come in first. We had a good time, and so now it's back to being Monday, and I am getting ready to start another vlog, so I need to edit this guy. I hope you guys are living your absolute best life. I hope you are loving yourselves unconditionally. I hope you are reading lots and lots of good books, and I hope you are drinking lots and lots and lots of water. Until next time, my friends, bye!